Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple ways to keep the little things from taking over your life. By Richard Carlson. Introduction. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude. William James. Whenever we're dealing with bad news, a difficult person, or a disappointment of some kind, most of us get into certain habits, way of reacting to life, particularly adversity, that don't serve us very well. We overreact, blow things out of proportion, hold on too tightly, and focus on the negative aspects of life. When we are immobilized by little things, when we are irritated, annoyed, and easily bothered, our overreactions not only make us frustrated, but actually get in the way of getting what we want. We lose sight of the bigger picture, focus on the negative, and annoy other people who might otherwise help us. In short, we live our lives as if there were one great big emergency. We often rush around looking busy, trying to solve problems, but in reality, we are often compounding them. Because everything seems like such a big deal, we end up spending our lives dealing with one drama after the other. After a while, we begin to believe that everything really is a big deal. We fail to recognize that the way we relate to our problems has a lot to do with how quickly and efficiently we solve them. As I hope we will soon discover, when you learn the habit of responding to life with more ease, problems that seemed unsurmountable will begin to seem more manageable. And even the biggies, things that are truly stressful, won't throw you off track as much as they once did. Happily, there's another way to relate to life, a softer, more graceful path that makes life seem easier and the people in it more compatible. This other way of living involves replacing old habits of reaction with new habits of perspective. These new habits enables us to have richer, more satisfying lives. I'd like to share a personal story that touched my heart and reinforced an important lesson, a story that demonstrates the essential message of this book. As you will see, the events of this story planted a seed for the title of the book you are about to read. About a year ago, a foreign publisher contacted me and requested that I attempted to get an endorsement from best-selling author Dr. Wayne Dyer for a foreign edition of my book, You Can Feel Good Again. I told them that while Dr. Dyer had given me an endorsement for an earlier book, I had no idea whether or not he would consider doing so again. So I told them, however, that I would try. As is often the case in the publishing world, I sent out my request but did not hear back. After some time had gone by, I came to the conclusion that Dr. Dyer was either too busy or unwilling to write an endorsement. I honored this decision and let the publisher know that we wouldn't be able to use his name to promote the book. I considered the case closed. About 6 months later, however, I received a copy of the foreign edition, and to my surprise, right on the cover was the old endorsement for an earlier book from Dr. Dyer. Despite my specific instructions to the contrary, the foreign publisher had used his earlier quote and transferred it to the new book. I was extremely upset and worried about the implications as well as the possible consequences. I actually ran out of space, so I had to start recording again.